What I love about Park Slope is the rhythm.
You have street life, you have stoop culture.
When you walk around Park Slope, you feel the history of a city.
It's dynamic, it's diverse, it's casual.
You have straight couples and gay couples, and everybody's having children.
It's got churches and synagogues.
A gazillion restaurants, more frozen yogurt than you know what to do with. Like, it's built for families.
Park Slope is a neighborhood west of Prospect Park and south of Grand Army Plaza that's made up of 100-plus-year-old brownstones. We're now the largest historic district in all of New York City.
I feel like I live on Sesame Street.
It's a very family-friendly neighborhood. I remember when we moved here, my sister said that she would have to get us a baby for our housewarming present.
It's part of the charm of the place, yeah? You know, when you can walk on the sidewalks because there are a group of moms pushing double strollers. That is Park Slope.
You know, most stereotypes are rooted in reality. It's a very left-leaning, progressive, slightly crunchy neighborhood, and that's true.
There is an economic geography to Park Slope. As Park Slope developed, the most expensive housing was built towards the top of the slope where Prospect Park is.
You have rows and rows and rows of beautiful limestones and brownstones.
There are limestone carvings. The ironwork in front of them are really ornate.
And as you go down the hill, the houses get simpler.
You find small frame houses, and they're all beautiful and quaint and have front porches.
And now the boundaries have been pushed all the way down to 4th Avenue. 4th Avenue is an ugly avenue. It's wide, it's kind of industrial.
A lot of tire fix-it places.
It doesn't look as charming as the rest of Park Slope.
The subway connections right up at Grand Army Plaza are superb.
You have the BQ and the 2-3. The 2-3 is the most popular line.
The subway that we are close to, and this part of the neighborhood is not great. We are near the F train and the G train, and those aren't great trains. If the F train is bad, you know, the R train is even worse than that is.
When I moved in, I was very upset if the parking place in front of this house was not open for me. Now, the nickname for this neighborhood is No Park Slope. As New York City grew in population, this area of Brooklyn became one of the first American suburbs, essentially. This section was developed after the Civil War, as was Prospect Park.
The park is half the size of Central Park, and it was also designed by Olmsted.
A group of businessmen hired Olmsted and Vaux to develop Prospect Park. Olmsted considered it his finest park. It is a series of unfolding pictures. You have the long meadow, but there's a hill there that sort of hides what's beyond, and you've got to go to one side of the hill or the other to get the next picture.
The park is such a jewel. It's much less manicured and precious than Central Park, but it has all of the beautiful things that Central Park has. We have this state-of-the-art skating rink, and we have our carousel, and we have our zoo.
We take our dog up before 9 o'clock in the morning. There's like a huge area that's off leash. You just walk up and turn the corner, and there's just like a sea of people and their dogs. It's like another world in the park.
The values of homes have skyrocketed. I would say things have quadrupled in price. Owning a house now in Park Slope is like a status symbol.
It was certainly an expensive neighborhood when we moved here 10 years ago, and I think it's become far more expensive since then.
But you get a neighborhood that has amazing restaurants. You have a neighborhood that is very safe. You know, your kids get to have a community of kids that they can play with.
If you like urban living, I cannot think of a better urban neighborhood than Park Slope.